Hello guys, Layla Loves Locks is a young woman who mostly shares songs and choreographies on her profile. However, sometimes she uploads a different kind of video. Something that is not related to her singing or dancing at all. She keeps a little video diary in which she documents about odd events that are unfolding in the home of her and her husband. After moving in, she swears that in the midst of night there have been really loud noises above them. And while giving a little room tour, Layla shares some of her thoughts with us as well. Turns out that the night before, when home alone and performing a dance, something appeared on the recording that shouldn't have been there, right behind Layla.
Hi guys, I'm just doing a quick update. So I just want to show you what's in that room and maybe that'll make things a little bit easier. So this is where I filmed that video in front of this window, and then if you turn around, this is that room. And we do have a weird attic here that I've never been into. So this is my husband's gaming room, which is even weirder. And this space sort of here, just here, is where the shape was. And even weirder, on top of my hairdressing trolley down here, I have this. It's not real, it's fake. I bought it as a placemat. I don't have the planchet to it. It's never been used. I don't know what to do with it. I just use it to mix up bowls on top of. If you look at any of my hairdressing videos, I'm mixing all of my colours on top of this. What do I do with it? Someone give me advice.
Many experts will tell you that it is not a wise decision to keep a Ouija board in your house, especially if you're not storing it in a proper and safe place. Could it be that the activity might be related to this? Impossible to say at this point. Let's jump ahead a few days when Layla and her husband decide to check out that ominous attic.
Right, I covered the board with a black sheet. He's gonna go up there now. It's huge. What? Was a fleck up there? The back. Oh my god.
They notice something strange in the distance, behind one of the bars. Two glowing eyes appeared out of the darkness, but it doesn't look like a human pair. Maybe it was something completely different though. Could it be the same thing that she captured the night in question? Let's take a look. What's really interesting is that this shadow apparition leans in out of the computer room of her husband, and then within 1 second has just vanished into thin air. There is no apparent cut in the footage, so we have to ask us once more, could this be a paranormal incident, possibly related to the Ouija board, or something that remained in this apartment? If it is not special effects, it's definitely a mystery. User Phoenix783 has shared the following on Reddit. He was hoping for some helpful answers since his family wasn't really sure what their CCTV camera had captured one night. Phoenix states, "This tall, thin apparition appeared on the camera outside of our house last September. There's also a strange white line beside it on the hedge. This was at 3:15 AM, and we live in the countryside, where there's barely anyone else living near us. This odd humanoid creature was seen on a motion detection camera outside our house. My dad sent me the picture of it today. It's really creepy. What is it?" Do you guys have an explanation for it? Maybe just something on the lens? Some think it might be an alien even. Or just somebody pranking the neighborhood, perhaps. Tonight we want to follow urban explorers and paranormal enthusiasts D-Doc Mikol from Korea. He was traveling to an abandoned school building this night, and he was very interested in one of the training halls, which was located right next to this building. The house itself was built in the middle of a mountain. Many former students reported of a man and a woman that they casually saw walking in the hallways and then disappearing. It was an urban legend that students told to each other. Even nowadays, the building manager stated that he can hear inexplicable noises and voices out of the empty hallways and rooms. The manager warned our two explorers because in his opinion it is dangerous to go to this location alone at night. If he was talking about the ceiling falling down or evil ghosts, he did not specify, unfortunately. After making it into the building, it didn't take long for odd activity to unfold.
자, 통신 끝. 자. 식당도 있고 여러분들 여기는 무슨 소리야? 누구 있어요?
Strange to say the least, right? He makes it into a medical room where students could seek treatment in the past. Nicole believes that somebody was using these beds just moments ago, which would be really odd.
분명히 사람이 있었을 것 같은 느낌이야. 온기는 없어. 온기는 없는데. 온기는 없어. 온기는 없는데.
What did he capture here exactly? A strain of hair? You can't really find anything, and after a few minutes moves on high alert of course. Nicole notices the sliding door closing, and then an object is moving by, very fast. But what's even more unsettling is this creepy voice that can be heard seconds before. What could this have been? Slightly on edge and contemplating to leave the place, Michael goes on one last stroll through the empty hallways and might have captured something without even realizing. His viewers pointed out to him that it appeared as if somebody was standing in this room, a dark shadow. However, whatever it was that was looking at Nicole here was missing its legs. Nicole believes it to be the spirit of a lady. Could this be? What's the story behind her, I wonder? Guess this one will stay a mystery, but it's certainly a really creepy one. Chris, a young man who takes home surveillance pretty serious, has mounted security cameras all around his home. On his channel KNG Garbnar, he shares his thoughts with the world, and sometimes even his interesting urban explorations. One night he decided to visit the abandoned Cooley High School in Detroit, Michigan. The school opened in 1928 and closed its doors for good in 2010. Local tales go into detail about strange ghost sightings within the derelict classrooms and hallways, but nothing ever has really been captured on camera in there. For whatever reason, Chris decided on his nightly exploration to take an old telephone with him as a souvenir that he found mounted to the walls. Thinking nothing of it, he kept it in his living room for display. One day he had his friends over for a little gathering, and then the following transpired.
You can add mods if you want to, Hunter. No, that looks cool. I'm looking right at it. What? 70, what? 24. No! No! What? No! What? That phone was just plugged in! It rang! That thing's not plugged in! No, I answered it! What? That's what that really was? Did you read it? That was the phone! Yeah! What the? It rang! That's not plugged in! I ripped this out of the wall! That bitch ain't plugged in! Alex! Alex! You found this phone with us and it just rang on the wall!
And indeed, turns out the phone wasn't even plugged in, yet it rang, with nobody on the other side of the line. They even opened up that old thing to see if anything was inside that might have caused this. But no, nothing. What seemed to be a joke at first started to freak Chris out, little by little, every day. His friends convinced him that it might be the best idea to bring it back to where he found it, and he agreed. Some of his friends accompanied him the following night.
And there's this hole right here. Right there, that's the cord. I ripped it out of the wall. Alright, so Julie, take the phone out of the backpack and put it on the wall. It starts ringing.
Alright, if there's any kind of ghost or whatever attached to this phone, make it ring again. You brought it back.
Yeah,
What you wanted.
we brought it back. Where's that coming from?
That's not coming from the phone, bro.
Is it? What are you? Oh my god. Come on, let's leave. Let's leave.
A second phone was heard in the basement after they had mounted the original one. However, they didn't find anything, and at a certain point it appeared safer to just leave the place, maybe for the better. What do you guys think? Was the phone cursed, as some suspect? Or what else was going on down there in the basement of the old Cooley High School? I guess we can just speculate. Thank you so much for watching, guys.